Hello there. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's time for some wrestling talk. And I am Ricky, your host, and this is a social sports pad podcast. With me, as always, is Ben, and tonight our special guest is Billy, and we are talking wrestling. More importantly, we are talking about Austin Theory and the Money in the Bank contract. This past Monday on Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory cashed in his Money in the Bank contract
Unfortunately.
unsuccessfully against Seth Rollins in what has been described by a lot of people as a boneheaded move. So, we are going to get each of our opinions on this, on the fate of Theory, the fate of the Money in the Bank contract, and then we're probably going to play a little bit of magic fantasy booking and kind of talk about how we would have played it from the Theory get go or any Money in the Bank contract winner. All right, so Ben, Billy, say hey to the social sports pad players.
Hello, my friend.
Hey, ho ho.
And
All right.
it is jihadist Logan Paul here.
all right. So basically, what we are doing, like I said, is we are talking about Austin Theory and the Money in the Bank contract. We'll start off with Theory. Basically, what this unsuccessful cash in means for Theory, because with the Money in the Bank contract, there have only been two now cash ins that were unsuccessful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baron Corbin and Damien Sandow.
Oh yeah, so this is the
Kennedy.
third.
Mr. Kennedy didn't.
No,
cash
he
in,
lost.
you
He
know,
lost his to the Miz. It's
but he
Miz
never
took that
cashed
away
in
from
either.
it. It's just like Otis. Otis was a Money in a Bank contract.
Otis got screwed over.
Yeah, but I mean, both of those times, the Miz was. Actually, no. I think Edge got
Edge
Kennedy.
won against Mr. Kennedy. Miz won against Otis.
All right. So in either way, those contracts were cashed in successfully. The only ones that cashed in and lost are Sandow, Corbin, and now Theory. So in the case of Corbin, he has had to reinvent himself several times, including this wrestling god, Corbin. Damien Sandow,
he's gone.
He left the company, and last I saw, he was in NWA. Is he still in NWA, or is he gone for good now?
I don't know.
I thought he retired.
Yeah, I thought he retired as well. I thought he was right back, and he did a Twitter poll. Should I come back? Should I go? Or should I retire? Let me try that one more time.
Well, I mean, he did well in WWE. It was just
mismanagement of booking.
I mean, that's what happens to a lot of talent in WWE.
Yeah, he's retired.
Especially during the end of the Vince McMahon era. So there we have. And will Austin Theory reach that same? Or, I mean, a lot of people talk about Austin Theory as, okay, this is, he was a Vince guy, and now he's getting the bag handed to him because he was the Vince guy. Like Drew McIntyre before him, and especially with the regime change to Triple H. So basically, Ben, give me your opinion on what do you think is going to happen with Theory. You have a minute, and then Billy will have a minute. All right, and go.
All right, so it makes absolutely no sense why A-Town Down would cash in the Money in the Bank for the U.S. title. First of all, there was an open challenge for it. Why didn't he just do it then? And so then you do it later on, and he fails to cash it in. Like, what are you doing? I understand you wanted to strip him probably of it because maybe you want to reinvent him because you want him to be Vince McMahon's, aka guy. Maybe you want him to, have his own persona. Maybe you want him to branch out. But why? It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Is the Money in the Bank briefcase now eligible to be cashed in on any title? Is that what we're doing now? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
All right, and Billy, go ahead. Your minute starts now.
I could imagine Austin Theory just being Vince McMahon's long lost son, but yeah, I kind of agree with Ben. That was just more of a boneheaded move at this point of the regime change. I don't think he's getting the bag. I just think he's just gonna be placed on the back burner.
They bragged about how long he had it.
Yeah,
Ben, let Billy finish.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to go more. I feel like the most likely option is just place him back kind of in NXT and all that. Make him feud with Braun Breaker and all that stuff. It would make a lot more sense if he cashed in at NXT, and it would be more surprising thing. And at this point, can you cash in? This has to be a question for me. So basically, if I win Money in the Bank, I could cash it in on any title. Does that mean I could cash in on? Actually, never mind.
All right. So, basically, a lot of questions were raised thanks to this cash in. Are they reinventing the Money in the Bank contract to any title championship kind of challenge, like the Feast or Fire championship,
Please,
or for that. Then there's just a lot of things that could have been done, that could have been handled better.
Yeah.
Especially with this, like you said, he cashed it in on an open challenge. All right, if you really wanted, and I'll probably cover this after we talk about this and start going into fantasy booking. But I mean, it was just kind of a mismanaged cash in, a mismanaged segment. Probably was not planned out properly.
With Bill. I'm with Billy. I agree. I don't understand why they teased him potentially cashing it in at NXT, and they had a perfect opportune moment to do it, and they didn't do it.
Yeah.
I would have had no issues with it. Then they could have brought Braun Breaker up.
Yeah. I mean, that's something they have talked about on the internet.
Or it could just put more eyes on NXT.
Yeah, maybe. But WWE made the decision. And they probably teased to see what kind of response it was given. Probably didn't get any sort of reaction. And basically what anybody who is a wrestling fan, anybody who knows anything about wrestling, what is the biggest killer of any wrestler out there? Silence. And Austin Theory was not getting the reaction, not getting the heat probably that he was supposed to be getting. And therefore, they probably saw fit that, hey, this kid is not doing it, so we need to just strip him down and start from scratch. That's probably what happened. And it probably makes the most sense. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't think
it
wasn't he didn't get a lot of heat.
He probably wasn't getting enough to be considered top. Like
a top guy.
So instead of getting it passed over to another guy, which is what WWE has done in the past, they decided to try and do a different angle with the Money in the Bank contract.
That's how they boasted that same night how long he's had the Money in the Bank briefcase and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, then all of a sudden they do that shit. I'm like, oh.
I mean, sometimes you just try to throw anything out there to make somebody more credible. I mean, that's why Ryback had as big a undefeated streak as he did when he was there. And then what happened as soon as that undefeated streak got beat, as soon as Brad Maddox cost Ryback the championship match against CM Punk, what happened to Ryback? He
fell apart.
He became a Hammond guy, and then he became the guy, and then he did, and now he's a big joke on Twitter.
Oh, he's apparently vegan and everything now too. And so what's going on? Like, is he gonna be kept in WWE up in Raw, or do you think he's gonna be brought down?
I say,
yeah. So we'll do each of us quick like 10-15 second. Once the minute rolls over. Ben, you'll start first. Tell me, do you think that Theory is going to be sent down to NXT? Do you think he's going to be sent to SmackDown? Or do you think they're just going to repackage him into like a tag team or group or anything? All right. So, basically, you'll do it. Take probably about 30 seconds. Billy, then you, then me. Okay? Sound good? Go ahead, Ben.
All right, so this is probably going to be the last time you ever hear A-Town, down. This theme song's going to be changed. He's not going to know. Like, he's going to be good, be Austin Theory. However, I think he's going to tie in with the whole Miz storyline and join DIY 2.0, which we talked about. Honestly, that does sound like a good idea. And he needs something.
Okay, Billy.
I would agree with Ben, but I feel like I'm going to be the contrarian. I say he gets sent down to NXT and probably feud with Braun Breaker.
That would be a good feud.
Or as I like to call it, Braun Breaker, Scott Steiner 2.0.
I love it. That has a 33 1/3 chance percentage of happening.
Well, don't you mean a 66 2/3 chance of winning?
All right, wait a minute.
Very live. He's great.
Yep.
All right, so my thoughts on Theory is they are either going to have a greater focus on Theory. They are more than likely going to do what they did with Cody Rhodes back when he was dashing Cody Rhodes before the Stardust gimmick, before any of that. And they are going to have him lose and lose constantly, and he will get a huge redemption probably about SummerSlam. Yeah, so he's going to start being an edgelord.
So basically what you're saying, Austin Theory is going to start his own company with an NFL owner called Dan Snyder.
Maybe. I don't know. Sounds about right.
He's going to go with Scott. He's going to go with Scott Steiner. He's going to make pump it up videos, workout videos, put it on YouTube.
I don't see Braun Breaker being in NXT that much longer.
Yeah.
So he's not going to feud there. He might get sent down there and help basically make some of their talent so much better.
Maybe rejoin with Indy Hartwell and reform the Way.
Well, maybe. The sky's the limit. They obviously have something planned, so trust the process.
The sky's the limit, but don't just fly into the sun like Icarus.
Hey, fair. But yeah, like I said, the WWE, they have their creative, they're working their process. I'm just going to be a fan, watch and see what happens. All right. So basically, we're going to kind of go into left field a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and do some fantasy booking.
We're going left field like an RKO out of nowhere.
Yep, out of nowhere. We are going back in time, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to have Austin Theory with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I want to hear you guys take Austin Theory and make him a verified and credible world champion cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase. Even setting up how he does it. I want to hear that. All right.
We want to do what, wrestler or like Fantasyland wrestler, like in the past?
No, we are going to use
We're gonna
basically
use Theory.
we're gonna use from the timeline of Theory. You know, winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, and basically go from there to who he cashing it in on at a time, basically an exact match scenario, and make it happen for Theory to be world champion or any champion. All right.
Right.
All right. So whoever wants to start, or do you want me to start? Because
I'll start.
Okay, Billy, go ahead.
Okay, I see it two ways. Number one, on the teaser of NXT, you could have cashed it in on Halloween Havoc after the triple threat match between Jordan Devlin. I'm not calling him JT. I'm calling him Jordan Devlin. And Dragunov and Braun Breaker. He could have just sneak attack, cash in, win the Money in the Bank. Number two, he could have get the Seth Rollins treatment and cashed it in at WrestleMania and make it into a triple threat match. And then Sami Zayn turns on Roman Reigns and helps Theory win the title, which makes a new faction of Austin Theory, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn.
Okay. All right. So, Ben, you ready?
Are you ready?
I said, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Okay, so if I was WWE, first of all, we need the stipulations of this Money in the Bank briefcase, because apparently now we can cash it in on the U.S. title.
Well, I mean, just go ahead and take that caveat out. Just because that is a new one.
To do this, I would have probably have done it on. I mean, like, I would have maybe, since you want to if you want to try to strip the titles off of Roman, at least one title, maybe would have had him at least challenge for maybe one of his titles that he has.
Okay.
And possibly have it stripped off of him at the Royal Rumble. But here's the catcher. Have Austin Theory win the Rumble. Anyway.
Okay.
Then have him come out after Roman has gotten his ass beat. I'm not sure if he's going to be at the Rumble, but I don't think they announced it yet.
Okay.
If he's there.
He's most likely going to fight Jake Paul at the Royal Rumble.
Think so? That'd be great.
I would just rather see Roman Reigns just completely in an unsanctioned match.
But I feel like that maybe he can announce, say, I want to challenge for such and such titles, like Universal title.
Okay.
And he wins it.
Smart broken.
I mean, I'd rather do that than one title off of him.
All right.
I mean, that way he still doesn't look weak. He still has at least one championship.
Okay. So here we go. I am the WWE. I am Austin Theory, and I just won the Money in the Bank contract.
I just paid a bunch of women to hush money to keep their mouth shut, so I am WWE.
We're not cool.
No, you are Deshaun Watson. Thank you very much.
No, if I was Deshaun Watson, I would just be like...
All right. So let's go ahead with my fantasy booking here. That first week, anytime a champion is out there, any belt in a match, at the end of that match, I am coming out. My music is hitting. I am standing on the top of the ramp. I am holding that Money in the Bank contract briefcase, and I am pointing right at every champion. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I am going to make that stipulation clear that I am cashing this motherfucker on anybody at any time. And you cannot stop me. I will strip anybody I want of their title. And I'm gunning for you. I am cashing that in for gold. All right? No matter what. I am going anytime Roman is out there talking with the bloodline and everything like that. Anytime a bloodline member has a match, I am sitting at commentary. I am busting my chops. I am looking at Roman. I am making that motherfucker know that he has a target on his back, and it is colored green. All right. So I would have kept that going for months. People just speculating, when is he turning it in? When is he turning it in? When is he turning it in? And then I'm going to Crown Jewel. All right. And with Crown Jewel, I am having Roman Reigns lose to Logan Paul. All right. Why am I having it lose to Logan Paul? I am making this match as brutal and beat him up as possibly can. And Logan Paul is celebrating his victory, and Roman Reigns just gets pissed off and beats the crap out of him. Leaves him laying in the ring instead. Out comes Theory. 1, 2, 3. I am leaving Saudi Arabia as the undisputed Universal Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I would have done it. Or another way, if not at Crown Jewel, not to Logan Paul, not to Roman Reigns, I would make it like this. The OC has talked many times that they will basically do whatever for money. The Good Brothers, definitely kind of got that APA kind of feel. All right, so you have AJ come out and, hey, I want to challenge for Roman's title. Finn Balor with Judgment Day comes out. I want to challenge Roman for the undisputed title. We set up a nice triple threat. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Championship. All right, we have the Bloodline at ringside. We have the OC at ringside. We have Judgment Day at ringside. All right, chaos ensues. Chaos, bodies are laying out on the floor. Ooh, so crazy. Sami Zayn jumping over the ropes, laying everybody out. Roman is catching his breath in the center of the ring as everybody is laid out. Austin Theory's music hits. He comes down. He hits. Well, he used a pedigree on Raw. Yeah, so have him hit the pedigree or whatever he does on Roman. 1, 2, 3. Bunch of bodies massacre all around the area, about ringside area. Austin Theory raising the belts. Cue to black. What do you guys think?
No, great.
But yeah, I mean, like with any Money in the Bank contract winner, any Money in the Bank contract winner needs to almost be like Dexter Lumis versus The Miz. Like showing up at ringside, showing up on commentary, showing up at catering, letting that guy not even go to the bathroom in peace, knowing, hey, I have this Money in the Bank contract. I have your number. And that should be how it should be. Now, with the Money in the Bank contract, more than likely they'll bring it back at WrestleMania because it is definitely one of the keynote matches for WrestleMania.
Sorry. I was just I had to use the restroom. I made sure to mute myself.
Hey, I appreciate you, but did you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard it.
So what are your thoughts on it? Like, would you do the same thing?
Yes, I would, but make it less. Since you mentioned Dexter Loomis, and Dexter Loomis is supposed to be a reference of a serial killer, or I would make it more like just playing. Ooh, I'm just playing mind games with your head, Roman. Ooh,
no, I mean, like, seriously, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get into that champion's head. That no matter what,
But I would not make Logan Paul into a champion. Maybe U.S. champion, maybe, but not like put the freaking belt on him and just make Theory take it away. I would
it's
put
like
Judge...
Crown, like Crown Jewel. Like it would have been so shocking, for Logan Paul, who's in his second match, to be
third match,
world
technically.
Okay, but yeah, he would be world champion.
I would let Valor just get his revenge on Roman.
That's another one. That's a missed opportunity.
What?
Why the hell did it never had him come back and get his title back?
Finn Balor?
Crap out of me. Yeah.
It's because they really... It was also, if you remember, they did Finn very dirty toward the end of Vince McMahon's reign.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean, he comes back.
NXT. Apparently, he wanted to go to UK NXT, but they told him no.
I mean, then they had him get squashed by the Fiend in his first, in the Fiend's first match. And it wasn't even like Finn has not been the Demon at all, since he's come back. So, like, with this Judgment Day thing, I would love to see Finn basically become the Demon again. But I mean, the Demon's kind of like a fan favorite kind of thing. Be nice to see heel Demon.
Just make him purple.
Don't, we don't need that. But no, but yeah, like it's just right now, Finn's just taking the back seat almost. So, but that's basically all really wanted to hit on. Basically now to kind of finish up the show. For this time around, let's talk about the next Money in the Bank contract. We're gonna guess it's gonna be at WrestleMania. Who do you see is your next Money in the Bank contract winner? Ben?
Really? That's a hard one. Really? You're gonna put me on the spot?
Yep. Because trust me, I already know who's winning.
How? How would you know who's winning?
Because I am a fucking fantastic story writer. You want to hear who I see is going to be the Money in the Bank contract winner? It makes fucking sense.
I would love to hear this. Yes.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is your next Money in the Bank contract winner.
Why? But that gives away all surprise.
Okay, well, no. Okay, so here's how you do it. All right? One, it would be at Roman's behest to go into the Money in the Bank contract. He would send himself, he would send Sammy and one of the Usos.
Solo.
Yeah. No, it would probably be Jay.
Go ahead with your theory. I want to hear this.
All right. It would probably be Jay. All right, kind of like, hey, I want somebody, in the bloodline to take the Money in the Bank contract. I don't want you guys to, cash in on me, but having somebody that I know would not come at my back, but actually have my back with that briefcase, I totally want that to happen. It probably might even be a Paul Heyman kind of suggestion. Oh, Tribal Chief, you definitely need to make sure that, somebody that has your back will have that briefcase so that they don't, end up stabbing you in the back so you can focus on other things, Tribal Chief. I acknowledge you. And it's, and also right now, Sami Zayn is definitely the hottest thing. All right.
yeah.
And also kind of will play into the, hey, maybe he's gonna turn on Roman. Start giving him like opportunities, like Roman just laid out flat and Sammy's standing over. Well, it's not kind of like standing over a little bit, holding the briefcase, and then helping Roman up. Kind of, slow kind of hints at that into a potential SummerSlam cash-in.
Well, what if they made it so where Roman just relinquishes one of his titles to Sami Zayn, and then that just makes them look even stronger?
Kind of a bequeathment, almost.
Yeah.
Separating those championships makes Roman weak.
Roman seems to like Sami Zayn. I don't know. Losing to Sami Zayn makes him look weaker.
I mean, I think, in all actuality, fucking Roman is the one actually kind of like pushing the buttons on the Sami Zayn thing.
I'm loving the chemistry.
I'm loving it. It almost seems like Sammy and Roman are actually like pulling each other into a new higher light, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Well, here's the thing. It's just mainly like Sammy doing a little bit of ribbing.
Well, I saw a video on YouTube. It was part of a WWE interview, and it was Sami Zayn, Jay, and Jimmy Uso. I don't know if
Solo
was there. He might have been there. I think Solo was there too. And he was being interviewed, and he said something about he wants to take everybody to the Waffle House. Apparently, that's Jay's favorite place to go. And to make a great character, and he looked at him, and he was like, yo, I love this motherfucker.
He should have said Jay's favorite food from Waffle House is the blue waffles.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I gotta make that reference, okay?
Why?
But yeah, when he said that, man, Jay was like, oh, man, my dude. It was like instant smile. He was laughing. He broke character completely.
All right.
It was just basically like that gift, like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you guys disagree that Sami Zayn would not be the right guy for putting down the Money in the Bank contract?
I can see where you're coming from.
I can see where you're coming from.
I can see that.
I mean, other people that the only other person who I see that would make sense and be good to have that title on would be Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley doesn't have the kind of.
I mean, I already know who's probably going to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, I already know who's probably going to win the Royal Rumble. But if he never did come back at the Royal Rumble, the only guy I would want to win the Money in the Bank would be Cody Rhodes, which we all know he's coming back at the Royal Rumble. We all know he's going to get a Money in the Bank. We all know he's going to get a chance at the WrestleMania to go against somebody.
Roman.
It's Roman. I feel like it's definitely going to be Roman anyway, because I don't see him losing. Question is, are they going to roll with him losing both titles, or is Cody Rhodes, since he only really wants one of those titles per se, technically he only wants one of those titles, and that's the WWE title, because he wants to make his dad proud. He could care less about, I mean, not to get me wrong, not saying he doesn't like the Universal title, but I think in all theory that he would just say, "Hey, I want to challenge you for the WWE Championship," and he beats Roman for that. Roman doesn't really lose much of anything. If anything, he just loses one belt. He still stays Universal Champion. He doesn't lose his winning streak because he's still the longest reigning Universal Champion.
Okay.
Okay.
The person that I'm.
But
I
I,
know-
didn't give a Money in the Bank winner, so I'll give that. Go ahead, Billy.
Okay, since Cody's probably gonna win the Royal Rumble, the most likeliest person that's gonna win the Money in the Bank, and this is a wild card, Karrion Kross.
That would be a good.
Yes.
pick.
That'd be a good pick too.
I feel like Karrion Kross would most likely go after the Universal Champion, just like how I know his promo. It's like I am the one.
I feel like they ruined him. Not ruined him, but
Well,
like
Vince ruined him.
his. No. I'm talking about Crown Jewel. I feel like they did Drew and Cross really bad. That was a really horrible ending.
Yeah.
I say Karrion Kross becomes redeemed by winning the Money in the Bank with the help of Scarlett. Obvious is obvious.
Well,
If-
And I mean, with Cross, like,
Yeah,
that
and-
would kind of go more toward like how I was saying how a Money in the Bank champion should be.
Yeah.
Especially like, hey, oh, I have the briefcase. Let's do the hourglass.
Yeah. Hourglass. He takes out the Usos one by one, like the Barbarians took out the Roman Empire. And then going after Roman at SummerSlam and winning it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely, it's definitely fun. I can't wait to see what happens. But like, it almost seems like Money in the Bank. I'm gonna say Sammy's gonna be a part of it somehow. Probably Cross, Drew McIntyre, probably Shelton Benjamin.
he's always a mainstay.
Yeah, I mean it's his match almost. I'd say probably Montez Ford. Would be.
I can see him doing that maybe eventually because we haven't seen them as a tag team in a while.
Well, I think one of them's actually hurt of this show.
Yeah, one of them. Angela Dawkins probably hurt.
Yeah, so either way with that, it kind of makes sense.
You could get that guy from Minnesota.
That farmer guy.
You talking about the new guy that they introduced at SummerSlam?
Yeah, basically the next Brock
He was
Lesnar.
supposed to be rushed up, and then his development got halted because Triple H took over. Not sure what's going on with him right now.
I say they're taking their time with that guy.
And I mean, that would be the smart thing. Because I mean, they rushed Ryback, a lot bit. Like if you've noticed, like the kind of monstery kind of guys, they've definitely been kind of slowed up a little bit. Like even Braun Strowman with his
feud with Omos.
This feud with Omos, and even before then, basically Omos and Braun Strowman were facing nobodies for
jobbers.
Like the last not even really jobbers, just
What? That's just typical like old school jobber booking.
Well, I mean, either way, like seriously, they slowed them down. Like otherwise, other than like Ryback just totally, destroying everything. So
yeah, I mean, they made them look like monsters they made Braun look like monster when he came back, and all of a sudden he started jobbing.
Yeah. But okay. So either way, that has been our show. Like we kind of totally got into the 45, 50 minute mark with this, but hey, it's wrestling. It is one of our passions. We like to be entertained. We like to have fun. We definitely were raised on this stuff. I'm pretty sure that each of us here, the "don't try this at home" did not apply to us. That just showed like the true fan kind of
Well,
thing.
you guys were born in like the midst of the Attitude Era. I was just born in like the end of the Ruthless Aggression and the start of the Universe era.
Yeah, I mean it works. I mean we have so many things with us. Love of wrestling, and that's part of what this podcast is for, to kind of talk about our love of sports. And wrestling, yeah, as much as it's sports entertainment, it is still a sport. These athletes that entertain us weekly definitely are those to be celebrated, not vilified, as a lot of people like to do when they're like, "Oh yeah, wrestling's fake."
Yeah,
Fuck them people.
Thanks a lot, man. I mean, it's not easy.
it's just.
Mhm.
I mean, the outcome, it is manufactured, but the moves and all that is real. Like you could legit get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, people have died, and have gotten seriously hurt doing these moves for our entertainment.
especially taking like a chop from Suzuki.
What about chops from what's his name? What's his damn it? You know what I'm talking about.
Hardcore Holly, Ric Flair.
Well, the one guy, the guy who's the champion right now,
Gunther.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I call him Walter.
Oh my goodness, man, he is. His chops are. Woo.
I see him actually getting away from the Gunther name. I think he's going to go back to Walter soon.
He should go back to Walter.
I mean, it doesn't matter what his name is. He will kick your ass. Yeah.
Now, there are some sales going on. You can always go on to fanatics.com, pick up your WWE apparel. They have up to 65% off site wide. Use the code SPICED.
Get your honorary Oos shirt. Get Oosy, baby.
Yeah, man, that Oosy shirt is hot. Hold on, let me find it. Who would it be under, though? Would it be under Sami Zayn?
It would probably be under Bloodline. But yeah, like it would. It's on there. Anything on WWE Shop is pretty much on fanatics.com. Basically follow our affiliate link.
Autorated Oos is what I want. Sorry.
All right. But yeah, like I mean, it's great. And I think in the past week or so, they've gone from either the 65% off to free shipping. So, either way, that's a phenomenal deal. So, basically get yourself ready for, Survivor Series, War Games,
and Black Friday.
Black Friday, they're going to have something super crazy on that one.
I'm basically going to buy Claymores for the hat because I have to work that day.
And let's see.
But yeah, man, you guys can go to get some W energy. Keep yourselves up for that Black Friday. So you might want to get to our link down below, save yourself some money, and give us a little money in the back, and
hey.
save us, holla at your boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they did have a promotion where they planted trees. I'm trying to figure out how much they did.
Team trees?
Yeah. Because they were supposed to have. How'd you know about that?
Because it's Mr. Beast and Mark. And that Mark guy.
Oh, they're doing W now?
What?
Mr. Beast spots are W too?
No, just
I mean,
Oh, it's
there's
just
probably
like
a
a-
whole
it's just
lot
like
of guys doing stuff for.
They did a thing where they still have it on here on their thing. It's WH3 planted charity shaker. Buy a shaker shake, and we'll plant a tree. It's only $12.99.
Well, you said it's $12.99, but put in our promo code SSPP10. You get 10% off of that. You know, help the environment and get yourself
That's right.
a discount.
fuck them kids.
Jesus Christ.
All right. On that note, this has been damn it.
Hey.
This has been Ricky with the Social Sports Pet Podcast. And for Ben and Billy, we wish you a good night, a good week, and a good season always. And as Billy said, fuck them kids.